Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So guys, I'm back again, and in this session I will make pillar culture of Cianjur. Why I make this video because it's the task and are already out of time for finishing my task. So I will start with my task. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So I want to presenting pillar culture of Cianjur. About Cianjur. No. Cianjur or Sundanese in Sanskrit is a town and a district in the West Java province of Indonesia and is the capital of Cianjur Regency. The district of Cianjur is located along one of the main roads between Jakarta, 100 to 20 kilometers to the northwest, and Bandung, 60 kilometers to the east. Yeah, this is the accurate graphic in 2019. This is actual location for today. So about Cianjur, the story is Raden Jajasana, the son of Arya Wangsa Goparana from Talaga, descended from Sunan Talaga, bringing 100 Caca or prajurit was assigned to open a new area called Cikundul. Raden Jajasana then managed to withstand the attack of Banten in defending his territory, so that he was awarded the title of Panglima Wiratanu. So it was finally known as Raden Arya Wiratanu Arya Wangsa Goparana, then founded Nagasari Sagara Herang and spread Islam to the surrounding area. Meanwhile, Cikundul, which was previously on the sub-village, became Ibu Nagari, where the Jajasana people live. Several years before 160 and 80, the village where Raden Jajasana was located was called Cianjur, or Cianjur in localized Indonesian. So I am making this video about the culture, but I just got bored with the usual colors, Sundanese or something. I want to make the song interesting, and I can divide it and split it. So I make this pillar of Cianjur. Okay, knowing the pillar of the Cianjur. Before I start of Ngaos, I will start since the first Cianjur Regency has been famous for its free and culture. Maos Mindful, which characterized Cianjur Regency, the current region of Cianjur. Mr. Irfan Rivano Mukhtar took the initiative to add 4 pillars of culture, which he said were relevant to the situation of the Cianjur people, so that 7 pillars of culture became a tagline that represented the people of Cianjur. These 7 cultural pillars are very important for the people of Cianjur because they contain all aspects of life, including taste, soul, and sports. However, the cons occurred when the addition of the Cianjur cultural pillars, including from the Cianjur Cultural Institute (LKC), Cianjur Culture (LKC) requested that the history of the Cianjur, Ngaos, Momos, and Mindful philosophies not be changed or added, because the 3 pillars of Cianjur culture are philosophical and have historical value. So, the pillar Cianjur is mainly have just a 3 pillar, but Mr. Irfan Rivano Mukhtar want to add more than 3 pillars, so he added that 4, like life, including taste, souls, and sport. This main is like now, like I will say like Ngaos, Mamaos, and Mindful, because this is the main pillar of the Cianjur. So I will start for Ngaos. What is Ngaos? Cianjur has long been known as student city. I mean, this student city is Santri, a Islamic boarding school. And one of the traditions that are deeply embedded in the people of Cianjur is the Ngaos culture. Ngaos is a community tradition that covers atmosphere and nuance of Cianjur people who are attached to religion. Islamic boarding school that have grown or pesantren, yeah, already will know, the usually heard. Grown and developed in the Cianjur system have contributed more or less to the historical struggle for independence in this country. That's where the spirit of the jihad struggles. Many fighters asked for the blessing of the Kiai before leaving for the battlefield. According to them, they only feel complete and confident when they have the blessing of the Kiai. At first glance, the tradition of reciting the Quran among the people of Cianjur is not much different from other areas in West Java, such as Garut, Tasikmalaya, Banten, Cirebon, and others, which are also known as the warehouse of Santri. So Cianjur is the warehouse of Santri, rumah Santri, because there's like in the middle Java, yeah, a central Java. I mean, just like lots of Santri, and Cianjur is the one of the Santri city. Indeed, basically there is no striking difference because Islam itself teaches its people to always recite and appreciate and understand the Al-Quran, which is great way of life. Likewise, in the Cianjur community, even though there is no visible decline in preserving our culture, it will never be lost in the heart of the Cianjur. The Cianjur people, especially the community in this sense pesantren or Islamic boarding school located in the outskirts of Cianjur because they hold this tradition so strongly. In general, the ngaos in Cianjur is better known in Islamic boarding school activities like ngaos nyamangan, ngaos babandungan, ngaos tarabasan, all of which have different meanings but with the same goal. Ngaos penyorongan is form reciting independently carried out by santri in understanding the contents of Quran. Ngaos bandungan is form recitation when students read the contents of Quran accompanied by an ustad who from the time for students. Readings if the students are wrong in their readings and give interpretation. Ngaos tarabasan is a way of reading the Quran together with intention memorizing the contents of the Quran together. So, the government of Cianjur appreciates this the pillar of culture, and the government make this monument. It's Quran monument in Alun-Alun or in Masjid. It's near of Alun-Alun Cianjur. The second is Mamaos. Mamaos was formed during the reign of the region of Cianjur. Region Kusumaningrat in making songs often takes place in a building called Pancaniti. That's why he is known by the name Kanjeng Pancaniti. At first, Mamaos were sung by men. It wasn't until the first quarter of the 20th century that Mamaos could be learned by women. This is proven by the emergence of female Mamaos interpreters, such as Siti Sarah, Anah Rohana, Ibu Imong, Ibu O'oh, Ibu Resna, and Nyimas Saudah. Mamaos material comes from various Sundanese sound arts such as Prim, Delu Pomaca, Gamelan, and the Javanese Macabat song. Macabat song, namely Pupuh, Mamaos songs taken from the vocal art. Ribs are called hymns or papantunan songs are also called pajajaran songs. Taken from the name of the Sundanese palace in the past, while the songs that come from Pupuh material are called tebang. Both refer to rumpak role. Meanwhile, vocal techniques is Sundanese vocal processed materials. But in the end, these two rumpaka making techniques were combined. Many papantunan songs are made with pupuh rules. In the early days of its creation, Cianjuran was a revitalization of the art of pantun, kacapi, and the technique of playing is still clear from the art pantun. Likewise, almost of the songs are from the art of the pantun. The appearance of the song is also taken from the story of Pantun, Menjing Raya di Kusuma. And this is Aki Dadan. He was a masterpiece of Mamaos. Aki Dadan has dedicated his life to preserving Sundanese arts, especially of art Mamaos Cianjuran since 1957 until now. For Aki Dadan, Mamaos Cianjuran is not limited to art. For him, it's an integral part of a human system of life because it contains many values of life. And the third, mindful. Mindful, or also known as pencak silat, is martial art that describes skill and toughness. Mindful itself is linguistically composed of two words, namely mayan and po. Mayan means to do something, while po comes from the Chinese term for hitting. So mindful means to do something by hitting. Mindful, or also known as pencak silat, is martial art that describes skill and toughness. Mindful itself is linguistically composed of two words, namely mind and po. Means to do something, while po comes from the Chinese form of hitting, so mindful means to do something by hitting. Okay. So it's actually mindful is silat. Just in Cianjur, that is say mindful other than silat. The creator and designer of this art mindful is Raden Jajan Derbata, or known Raden Haji Ibrahim. This flow has sense of play, namely sensitively or sensitive that is able to read all the opponent movements when the limbs touch each other. In mindful, the terms liliwatan, sensing, and pupuhan, beating are known the art of pupuhan, which is distinctive genre created by Raden Haji Ibrahim. Relies on extraordinary speed of movement and inner strength. Meanwhile, Raden Haji Ibrahim died in 1996 and was buried in the Dalam Cikundul Family Cemetery, Cikolong, Kulon, Cianjur. I see the number. I have the. Sorry, I'm not getting the monument, but the monument is like I have seen. It's just like a fest. Pencak Silat Fest in Cianjur is mainly located in near of Alun-Alun, and there is more people like doing silat, but the silat is like more art style rather than fighting, and like a dance, but it's a movement dance. Yeah, this is the end. This is our team, Sultan Alif. Yeah, sure, it's me. I am made this thing, but I have a new style today. So I have made this video because I don't know, this maybe if I just like in the first I said I want to say about the culture, that I don't want to just a single culture. I want a particular. There's lots of Sunda, right? Garut, Cianjur, Bandung, Bogor. That's lots, but I just this Cianjur because Cianjur is only my mom's hometown, and I live in Cianjur because I have friends. I can do silat every time I'm in Cianjur. I am doing silat, and I am very respect about the culture. To be honest, in Indonesia is very much of culture because in the record of census, I don't know census or like that, but Indonesia have 17,000 islands. That's too crazy. I don't know what's culture of the island. It's maybe in Makassar, like this is something. So I just choose this Sundanese Cianjur. So I end this video of the culture. Thanks for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.